All right. So, you're gonna be like, Matt, you're the slowest traveler ever. I'm still in Amarillo, but man, today was a real exciting day. I had a welder come by and redo some stuff on the trailer for me, and it is very cool, very very cool. I'm gonna show you all in a minute. But while we were out here working on the trailer, there were some workers here for the church. One of the workers actually goes to the church, and the other one. I really kind of grilled him on, like, hey man, you should come visit. You should try it out. He's like, well, I gotta get my wife up. I was like, some of the best, the best way to get your wife in is for you to just come and keep coming, and she'll follow you. If nothing else, I hate to sound chauvinistic or like it's half joke. All right, people, don't get upset. But if nothing else, if you're having fun somewhere, she'll come along to ruin it. Anyway, but no, really, guys, man, if you don't make it to church because your wife isn't coming yet, best way to get her there is for you to go. Eventually, she'll wonder why you're going and come with you. So, if nothing else, to check up on you. So, anyway, so while they were out here, I made friends with them, Stuart, and I forgot the other guy's name. But we had a good time. They're out here pressure washing. They were working on some other stuff, and they're getting ready to paint this church. They're going to sell it. They're looking for another property. And so they're out here pressure washing. How often do you see a church that's like, we're going to fix this building up tip top before we sell it? Most churches are like, we're going to run it into the ground because we're about to sell it. So, man, what an awesome thought. What an awesome church. So anyway, the inside of this church, if you look at the outside's kind of dated. Old style brick, old style features, old style colors, but man, the inside is ultra modern, like all completely redone, all super fresh, super cool kids department, super cool sitting areas, real homey, less institutional. It looks really institutional from the outside, but it is like home on the inside. I think they even turned the seating of the sanctuary 90 degrees to and make it more personal, so nobody's real far away from the pastor, and I'll tell you, that makes your sound a whole lot better too, coming from a sound guy's perspective. So anyway, they were pressure washing out here, and we had been watching them while we were welding and grinding, and mostly me watching. But they got around here, and they're running a couple 100 feet of hose, so I got to chip in and pull hose and help with them maneuvering around to pressure wash these soffits up here. So anyway, but I really got to get to know them and really had a good time. Matter of fact, one of them brought me my lunch today. They brought me a homemade chili, really good homemade chili Frito pie with Monterey Jack cheese, and it was good. It was very good. So anyway, onto the trailer. Sophie's been good all day. She's been outside all day. It's been really sunny today. It's just now starting to cloud up over here, and there's a little bit of a chance of rain tomorrow night. So as soon as the men's meeting's over at 6, it starts at 6:30. I'll be out here. I'll be trying to make it to Dalhart, someplace comfy to park quick. I broke my kickstand. Sorry, Duncan, didn't want to tell you. I broke my kickstand, so we redid that today. I'm gonna move this out of the way for a sec and move it around to the other side. This is my bike. So everywhere I go, people want to help. They ask, do you need anything? And I told the pastor yesterday, unless you know a welder, I'm taken care of. I'm good. But down here, this front bottom of the trailer was literally 1.5 inches off the ground connected to the bike yesterday, and it's because the front of the trailer, Duncan and I had mounted this a little bit forward. I can't tell what y'all are looking at because it's pointed down, but we had mounted this bottom frame, metal framework that connects it to the bike a little bit forward, thinking that we might one day make a ledge. And even after I got on the road, I thought I might make a ledge for Sophie. And anyway, I finally got that made into a ledge, and you can see what I'm going to put there, a gasoline can, because carrying a gasoline can in your house when your house moves really is not a good idea, especially with the dog knocking things over. So I don't have to have the gasoline can in my house anymore, which is going to be nice. The kickstand on the trailer is based on the original size wheels. I probably would have gone a little bit shorter, but I'm super happy with what I got. I can always put that in the dip. You know what I mean? I can always find a low spot and put that in. And sleeping with my head up is going to be so much better than sleeping with my head down. Anyway, man, he like really like totally reinforced this frame for me. It is like double the thickness wall, the tubing that he used, and he sandwiched it in between two pieces, and we straightened it out, tacked it together, then he welded it together, and then he started like looking at the kickstand. He was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, that's my kickstand." He goes, "Does this work?" I said, "Well, it worked until I bent it." And so anyway, so we took that whole thing off. Now the kickstand is attached to this frame. It's attached to the frame that drags the trailer, that actually connects the trailer to the bike. So I don't have to worry about it poking through the floor, which is starting to happen with the old kickstand, which was something I worried about. I kind of wanted to put a plate between where the kickstand bolts to the trailer, and we didn't do that. But it all worked out fine, because that kickstand got me to where I'm at, and now I have an even better kickstand, a really strong kickstand that my big but shrinking butt is not going to bend, not going to break, hopefully. Cross your fingers. So tomorrow, when I leave, okay, so when I left before, I had the big wheels, and the wheels kept going bad, and they weren't very strong because they were too big. The circumference was too big, and so as I went along and messed up wheels, I kept shrinking the wheels down. So I went 27.5, or 29 to 27.5 to 26 to 24 to 20, and the 20s are working great. The 20s are tough enough. Basically, like I said, it's like a stick. The longer the stick, the easier it is to bend. The shorter the stick, the more stiff it is. So these wheels are working out. So then I was able to go a little bit faster and be a little bit more free going down the road, until my frame underneath started bending. And so now with that hooked up, man, this thing is like way off the ground now compared to the way it was when I pulled into this church. I'm so blessed, man. There's just no other way I can put it. It's more than I deserve. It's grace, it's mercy, it's whatever you want to call it, man. I literally had done nothing for these people but come and listen to their sermon and share with their youth pastor a little bit, and I made a little video, and what they've done for me so outweighs what I've done for them. And I know that's a God thing. That's just the way He works. And you know, we all want to be a blessing to one another. That's the great thing about God's family, is I met these people less than a week ago, and they're like family, and I will come back and I will visit them. I won't forget them, and I'll be praying for them as I go. And I know the same with them. You know, when I leave here, they'll be praying for me. Family, like I keep saying, family I never knew I had. God's family is bigger than you think. Man, go ahead and jump into your adoption into the kingdom with both feet and both arms open, because man, there's plenty to hug, and plenty of people to hug in the kingdom, and there's lots of people that'll treat you right. So man, I'm excited. Tomorrow might be the first full speed day where I can just go down the road and not worry about anybody falling out of the trailer or anything on the trailer breaking. I was telling the guys when we were working together earlier, I was like, you know, I'll probably be paranoid at first, and I'll probably start off slow and go a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster until I break something. I'm kidding. I really think that this current setup is like the setup. I think it's really gonna get me there. And man, if I could go 20 miles an hour 5 hours a day, I'd be in Denver like boom quick. Especially if I took some of those like little short 4-hour naps and got right back at it, or 5.5 hour, however long it takes for me to charge. Speaking of, I'm going to charge the bike today. I'm going to take it for a ride to the store to get some soda pop. I'm still addicted to soda pop, sorry. and then recharge it and have it ready for the road tomorrow. Gonna with the trailer back up at the right level on the hitch connected to the bike. It's not going to be heavy on the bike anymore. It's going to be back to the way I designed it. Real front heavy, real front light, real neutral. This really was the goal. I'll show you how neutral it is now. I could probably tip it up, with one hand here if I wanted to. It wants to roll down the hill though, so. But it's real easy to pick up, real easy to pick up, even with the gas can on the front. We thought about mounting the generator, and I was a little worried that I wouldn't have room on the front for the generator, but it actually does have room, so maybe at a later date. But just getting the gas can out of the cabin will be a good thing. There's nothing like having pulling your clothes out for Sunday church and being like, I smell like gasoline. Anyway, it's the new scent. It's the new fashion, man. If you don't have that new gasoline style cologne, then you're missing it. Kidding. So anyway, tonight I'm gonna make a little secret shower, like I call it secret shower. That's where you put on shorts and you play in the hose like you're a little kid until you're clean. But you know what I mean. You bathe with your clothes on, and then you just hang your clothes up to dry, and put on some fresh clothes. That way, tomorrow morning 6:30, the men's meeting, I'll be fresh and clean and happy. I'm always happy when I'm clean, and I always talk a lot anyway. But love you guys, man. Heading out of Amarillo tomorrow morning. Keep me in your prayers. Rain Tuesday night, rain Wednesday. So I want to get to a nice, good, high, dry spot, and maybe a rest stop or something. Picnic area would be better. I don't mind not having a bathroom if it means I get a little more privacy with the dog. I don't like the dog to try to chase everybody down. The picnic areas, people don't typically get out to walk the dogs. They stop and sleep because there's no bathroom. They don't get out, so I don't have to chase Sophie. I keep her on a leash anyway. Man, I don't know what else to add. Pray for Brett. That's the man who blessed me with the frame today on the trailer. I'm trying to think if there were any other urgent prayer requests. Pray for Stuart. Stuart was the one who said that he'd like to come to church, but his wife doesn't get up. Man, I pray he comes without her and has such a good time that she can't help but follow him here. Like I said, either to ruin his time or see what it is that he's having a good time doing. But you know, ladies, we can't have fun without y'all wondering what we're up to. So to me, that's the best strategy, man. Go without your wife, and eventually she'll come. Either to spoil your time, whatever you're doing, or to figure out what it is you're doing to having fun. Because they always want to know when we have a smile on our face, what's going on. And Jesus always puts a smile on your face. So you guys have a great day. Have a great night. Like I said, I'm going to shower and rest. I'm getting so tired of resting, but I just felt like it was important. The guy who built the frame underneath the trailer, who rebuilt that for me, just really wanted me to go to the men's meeting. So I agreed to. He donated a few hours. The least I could do is to come hang out with them in the morning and talk about Jesus. So, and somebody else is doing the talking. I'm really just sitting with them. So God bless you. Have a great night.